What's happening, people? Welcome back to another video. I'm a bit late to the party, but I thought I'd just share my opinion and my thoughts and views on what's going to happen in the near future. Whether Arne Slot will be the Liverpool manager next season or not, and I've got a couple of pieces of transfer news I want to share with you. So first off, yesterday there was a fella called Chris Boyce, exclusive. The Liverpool board have decided not to continue with Arne Slot as manager for the 26-27 season. They haven't previously opted to give Slot more time to turn things around. The decision to sack Slot was made over the weekend following conversations with the senior players. Now, he was the first person yesterday who put that up. And then bad news Piers come out. I said Liverpool's position on Arne Slot remains unchanged despite the day of the social media rumours. So all that come out yesterday. But one person saying that Slot's getting sacked, and another person saying that the position's still unchanged. And my opinion on the situation is I do think Arne Slot's gone, because you don't lose 20 games, and I think we've had 8 draws or something in the league, and then you get given another season. And I'm not listening to the presidential circumstances or not like that. They're just excuses. And for me, the way James Pearce comes out and says it's unchanged, of course it's unchanged. At this present moment in time, we've got a game in 2 days. We're not mathematically in the Champions League. We've still got a game to go. So where James Pearce, majority of the time there's some bits and pieces where he's being caught out chatting shit. But I just think he's the club's mouthpiece. Obviously, the club are not going to come out and say that Arne Slot's getting sacked at the end of the season, because what's that going to achieve? It does nothing for the club, does it? And it certainly does nothing for the players when they've got a game to win to secure Champions League, because Champions League is not secure. So on my position, I really do think Arne Slot's gone. And these big talk about Areola or Holness coming in. That Holness one, I just don't think it's got legs to it. I think it's just the Twitter fans and the Twitter ITK wannabes are just throwing his name about, because he's done so well for Stuttgart. Stuttgart have got a cup final this weekend. He just got them Champions League. So I think his name's just getting through around just because he's German, he wears a cap, and he looks like Jurgen Klopp. I've never believed any sources about him coming in. But I could be wrong, you know. I'm just sharing my opinion, you know what I mean. But would I have Areola? Areola wasn't in me top. Areola wasn't me top 2. He was probably 3rd on the list. I had MBK as my number 1, and I had my number 2 Pep Guardiola. But I know them two, that's just reaching. But we're Liverpool Football Club. We should be reaching to them standards, and we should start, even if we can't get them, we should at least come to the table for managers of that calibre, rather than being a small club mentality. I've seen people about Klopp. I don't want Klopp back. saying I'm contradicting myself here. I'd be happy he's back just because he's Jurgen Klopp, but as a manager right now, I just feel like if he comes back, how long is it going to be before he says he's tired again? And then we're going to be back to square one. I don't want to be back to square one in a couple of years. I want a long-term manager with a long-term vision. And I just don't see Klopp now being that manager for us. It'd be unbelievable if we had him as an interim while we were, if say we were linked, say for someone like Nagelsmann, who's still at a World Cup, he's got a World Cup for the summer, so he's not available. If Klopp come in as interim for a year, I'll be happy. But as a long-term vision and long-term success, I don't think Klopp can do that, because I'd always have thoughts in my mind, just thinking how long is it going to be before Klopp says he's tired again and he needs a break. But that's just my opinion, and I love Jurgen, but I'm just looking for the long-term vision and my club, and I want my club to get back to them, to competing again under these crap owners we've got. But yeah, that's just my opinion on the situation. Areola, I'll be happy. He still could possibly, I know it's a long shot, but get Bournemouth in the Champions League. If we beat Brentford, City beat Villa, and they do their job against Forest on the weekend, they've got Champions League. So he's done. He should be manager of the season for me, Areola, as well. And he's played the best football by a mile in the Premier League. He's played the best football ahead of levels above every single team in the league this season. So I'll be very, very happy with Areola. Right now, if Slaughter gets sacked, I'd take Tim Sherwood as manager. If it meant Slot gets sacked, I'm just desperate for anyone, but objectively, I will still be happy with Areola, even if he wasn't my top two picks. He was probably my third pick, and then my fourth would have been Nagelsmann, but obviously he's not available with the World Cup. But I've got leave your thoughts. Put in the comments your top three managers who you think would suit that. I'm not saying like, I don't want to hear Conte, because Conte plays three at the back, and Conte's has declined so much. But put your top three managers you think would benefit our club, play style, and long-term vision of the club and long-term success. I don't want to compete for the league once in 5 years. I want to say compete for the league every single year. The top three managers you think you would be able to fill them boots. But on today, some transfer news. There was one there. Liverpool have made contact for Hoffenheim, 20-year-old winger Bissouma Traoré. A bid around €40 million could secure the deal. He's got 5 goals and 9 assists in 30 Bundesliga games. Man United, Villa and Newcastle also interested. On this fella, I don't want him personally. He could be a wonder. He could be a wonder kid, or he could be maybe world class in about 6-7 years time or whatever. But for me, I want a left winger around about the age of 24, 25. We've got a wonder kid in Rio Engomoa playing as our left winger in the future, and he will be. Potentially, he could be a Ballon d'Or winner. I'm putting that out there right now. Rio Engomoa could potentially be a Ballon d'Or winner in the future. But for me, I do not want Traoré. Rio's going to be 18 in a couple of months. I don't want an 18-year-old and a 20-year-old as our left wingers. I want someone around 24, 25, so when they get to, as soon as they're reaching their decline, then Rio can take that crown and step up. It doesn't make sense having two youngsters competing against each other for the left wing position. For me, it doesn't make sense. I don't know whether this kid can play on the right, but when I looked, for me, he's a left winger. And 40 million euros, it doesn't look that much. It's only about 37 million or something English pounds. Looks pretty cheap if apparently he's this beast of a player, but for me, if you can't play right wing, I'd rather go aim for someone just a bit older. Another piece of news I got was Liverpool continue to track Gratuda with the right back, not expected to join Sunderland permanently from Leipzig. Now I knew this, I don't know, I don't think it's got legs. I know we were linked and we made an offer in January, but that's because Slot was in charge, and I don't think Slot's going to be here at the end of the season. So for me, I think this ship sailed once Klopp's gone. For me, it just smells of a Slot signing, absolutely stinkfest. But if we do get him, will I be happy? No, because I don't want him. I think we can aim higher. But would he be a good Joe Gomez replacement? Possibly. He's versatile. He can play centre back, right back, and he could do a job in midfield. But I've got standards of this football club, and that's signing him would be stinking standards. I don't think he's good enough. But he could possibly do a job to replace Joe Gomez. But then again, I do think Joe Gomez is better than this kid. The only problem with Joe Gomez is his injuries. But I'm not happy if we sign him, even as rotation. I'm just crossed in two minds with him. Back in the day, I seen him back in the day when he was a Feyenoord or PSV. He was that, and he was decent, but since he moved to Leipzig, he just declined. But leave your thoughts in the comments with Gratuda. Are you happy as a rotational player, or do you think you're like me in the same boat as me, where we should be aiming higher for better quality, even if it's rotational? Yeah, that's my thoughts and feelings on the situation with the transfers and with Arne Slot. Is he staying? Is he going? There was bits of articles he come out in the press conference today, but I haven't read all the quotes or listened to his interview because I just don't care what that man says. He just fucking absolutely chat shit. Don't believe it a word what comes out of his mouth. He doesn't take accountability or nothing, so I can't listen to the fella. I just can't. But that's a wrap, people. At the end of the video, would it be a massive favour if you could share, like and subscribe? It'd be much appreciated. I'm kind of new to all this, so I'm just still learning the ropes, but if you subscribe, you'd be legends, and you help me out. And I've got a video coming out tomorrow. It'll be the Brentford preview, and I might start going live as soon as I get more subscribers and stuff. I'll go live. I haven't actively been live without watch-alongs because I haven't got that many people in, and I don't want to be sitting here for about an hour talking to myself, because the people in there fucking white suit to be knocking on my door. But if you just want to see me go live, put in the comments, and I might go live and see how we do, see how many people get in the comments, see if I can interact with you. You share me your opinion and I'll give you mine in return. But yeah, nice one people, and up the fucking Redman.